In this episode, we are continuing creating our WP REST API theme for WordPress. And what we are going to be doing is when we click on this, we are going to add a read more button right here. And when we click that button, we are going to go to another URL via Vue router and display that post. So the full entire post. Of course, all of that is going to be done without any page refreshing. We are just going to consume that data and then display it on our screen. So first of all, let's create the button that we need. So it's going to be an A tag. We don't need this href, and we're just going to give it the class of btn read more. Okay. If we save this, go to our page. Remember, all of the CSS is already written. So when I refresh this, of course, we just get this green box right here because I didn't write read more in it. Save it. And let's see now. Okay, now we got the read more button. Of course, it doesn't do anything because we still have to link it to something. And the thing that we are going to be linking it to is going to be another component. So we already have this post list component right here. Now we're going to create another component and we're going to call it single post component or single post template. Okay, so let's create a new template. The idea of the template is going to be a single post template. And I'm just going to add a container in it, and I'm going to call it single post. Okay, and I'm just going to add in h2 tags right here, hello world, just so we can test it out. Okay, save this. Now we go to our app.js and we have to define that component right here. So we are going to define it under our post list component. I'm going to call that component single post equals to view.extend. Okay, and now we just define our template. So template is equal to single post template that we did just a minute ago. Okay, now we got our component set up. Next thing we need to do, we need to define a route for that component. So to do that, I'm just going to go to my router map and I'm going to do post ID. So we are going to be getting the ID of the post, and it's going to be a named route. So I'm just going to call it post. So we're giving a name to that route. So it's going to be /post/ the ID of the post. And the component that this route is going to be using is of course going to be single post. Save this. Okay, now we have to link to that component somehow, and we are going to do that in this button that we created just a few minutes ago. Now, because we are linking to a new route or to another component, we can't use something like v-on-click right here. What we have to use is a Vue routers command, and it's called vlink. Now, vlink equals to something. So the vlink is going to be equal to first the name of the route. So name, and we defined a name right here. So the name of the route is post. So we are linking to that route. The next thing we need to do, we have to pass it some parameters. So we always want to pass the ID of the post that we are getting to that route, so that Vue.js knows what post to pull up. So to do that, we just do params, and then we do post ID. So the post ID that we defined right here is equal to post 0.id. And that's it. So we are now passing that post ID to our route. And then we are going to use this parameter to get the post that we want. So let's just save this and see if it works. So when we refresh this page and I click on this and click read more right now, as you can see we get hello world, because this is the only thing we got in our component right now. So we got this, but check out the URL. So the post slash 57. So this is the this post has the ID of 57, and we are going to use that number to get the post via Vue resource. Now, how do we get the data of the post? Well, pretty easy. We just do route data is function, and then we do this dot HTTP. So we are doing a request to our API dot get, and then we have to define the URL of our API. So posts, but we have to pass it an ID. So remember, when we go right here, posts, then we get all the posts from our API. But if I just do this 57, then I get just one post. So I have to define that address like posts, and then I do plus, and remember we are getting the ID of the post from here. So what we did a second ago, and then we do this route params dot post ID. So we are getting that post ID parameter, and then we do function post, and then we have to just set that post. And to do that, you just do this. We did this a million times. Set post to be post, and that's it. Save this. Now we should be able to get the data of that post. So if I go to index.php and now I go to my single post template component, I can just, instead of hello world, do something like post.title.rendered. I think that should work. Refresh this, open up preview, click read more, and we get the title of the post. So as you can see, this is the way you would go to that URL and open up a full post. So in the next episode we are going to display all of our text. We are going to make next and previous links. Also we are going to create a link to get back to the front page or to our first component that we were on. Okay, so this is it for this episode. Remember, everything we did here will be available for you on GitHub. The link will be in the description below. Also, please follow me on Twitter or on Facebook if you want. If you like this video, please like it. If you like the channel, please subscribe to it. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.